Welcome everyone to Tarot and the Moons. My name is Ingrid. Let's get started. August 12th, 2026, we have a solar eclipse on a new moon. When I did my meditation, the word that appeared was heart. Now, in Vedic astrology, we are being told that this new moon is in the sign of Cancer. Western tropical astrologers are telling us that this new moon is in the astrological sign of Leo. When it comes to this particular offering, it's all about regulating our emotions. And our emotions are really swinging between these two axis points. And all regulating your emotions means is to become aware of them. All right? So, as I said, on August 12th, we have this solar eclipse that can really be understood esoterically through that connecting word of heart. From the Vedic perspective, the eclipse is occurring in Cancer. And that Western perspective, it's occurring in Leo. And together, for me, I think these two signs created a beautiful symbolic journey from the inner heart to the outer heart, from feeling and receiving to expressing and radiating. Cancer is always going to invite us to sort of enter into this quiet sanctuary within, while Leo is going to invite us to bring what we discover into the light. In Vedic astrology, Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon is central to this first part of the journey in the eclipse. Esoterically, the moon represents, remember, that inner emotional world, our feelings, our intuitions, our memories, our instincts, our nourishments, our sense of belonging. And Cancer is really taking us beneath the surface of our personality and into the emotional waters which our experiences form, right? So from our emotional waters, we go into the form of a soul self. And I think Cancer is really asking us to become quiet enough, still enough, especially on an eclipse, to listen to what the heart is telling us rather than immediately looking for answers out there. We are really, I think, being invited to turn inward, to reconnect with what is genuinely nourishing and sustaining you. And that message, I think, really becomes very meaningful during a solar eclipse when the moon passes between the earth and the sun and temporarily veils or covers the solar light. Esoterically, this can symbolize a sacred pause in which our familiar source of this external illumination, right, the sun, is momentarily obscured for a purpose. The darkness is not the absence of light. It can be understood as a return to the inner chamber where something new is forming from within. And so the solar eclipse is really asking us to pause, to listen, to allow the deeper wisdom of the heart to emerge before we act or express. You would be surprised how incredibly difficult that is for so many people. We are constantly doing, and I am inviting you for this eclipse on August 12th to just do nothing. From this point of the moon in Cancer, right, we journey to this Leo energy, which is ruled by the sun. And if Cancer represents the entering into the heart, Leo represents the allowing of the heart to actually shine. The sun symbolizes consciousness, vitality, identity, creative life force, and this radiance center to our very being. Leo is the expression of what has been discovered from within. From within. So what Cancer feels and protects, Leo gives and creates. So you really want to feel love, to feel peace, to be in that space of stillness so that Leo can create from that space of Zen, right? What is held really privately within the heart through that Cancerian impression will become something that we embody, something that we create, something that we can share, something that we can illuminate, but only if we are still. There are these eclipse moments, and it's the only time where I really would say, just stop, just pause, just do nothing, and see what emerges. There is a powerful esoteric paradox here because the sun is the ruler of Leo, yet the sun is being eclipsed, right? So the sign of the solar radiance is experiencing a temporary veiling of its own power. And so rather than simply asking us to shine more brightly or to seek some recognition, this moment with the eclipse can invite us into a deeper question. And that deeper question is, what is the true source of your light? What's the true source of my light? Meditate on that. Write it down. Explore. What's the source of your light? The eclipse is temporarily removing our focus from the external visibility so that we can discover a more authentic form of inner radiance. Leo's highest expression is not just to be seen, it is to have the courage, guys, to express what is genuinely alive within your heart. And that was the word that came up, heart. The entire eclipse, this particular solar eclipse, can be experienced as a movement from the moon to the sun, from Cancer to Leo, and from inner feeling to a very conscious expression. The moon is taking us inward so that we can feel, remember, receive, understand what nourishes you, what nourishes us, the collective. And then the eclipse is creating that sacred pause for us in which the familiar light is veiled. And then the sun, through that Leo, by the way, is calling us outward again to create, to embody, to radiate what we discovered in that pause point. So the esoteric journey from the heart is pretty intense. And it's asking, well, Cancer, the astrological sign is asking you to go within, asking us to go within. And the eclipse is telling us pause and allow something new to emerge from within. And then Leo comes in and says, bring that truth, what you discovered inside, into light to be shared. The heart first becomes quiet. Listen. Then the heart becomes clear so that we can know. And finally, the heart is courageous so that we can express. So Cancer is the heart discovering its very truth, and Leo is the heart expressing that truth. And so the eclipse is the sacred space between these two very alchemical expressions in the universe. Whenever you have the moon and the sun, alchemy is taking place. So I want you to really utilize the eclipse and use it in such a way that you will create a new being on the planet, a new being within you, one of peace. Peace. Try it out and see what happens. Let's move on to the next slide where I'm going to talk a little bit about who the tarot players are for this very special solar eclipse in a new moon. All right. So, Cancer is ruled by the moon energy. And in Tarot, we have two archetypes that are influenced by the moon. And the first one is the High Priestess, and the second one is the Chariot card. And so, whenever we're speaking about the High Priestess, we are speaking of mystery, intuition, inner knowledge, self trust, spiritual insight, emotional stability, spirit guides, discovering your truth, right? And when we're speaking about this in its more challenging aspect, we are speaking about the misuse of intuition, acting with bias or prejudice, manipulation, and sometimes lack of self-control. Now, with the Chariot, this is a victory card. This is overcoming obstacles. This is success and ambition, triumphant progress, mastery, courage, skill. In its more challenging aspect, the Chariot is about forcefulness, like forcing your way through, or a lack of direction, or a lack of self control. So these two are ruled by the moon. So if I gravitate toward one of these two cards during the reading, you know that you are being influenced by that Cancerian moon and the moon itself, the Cancerian sign and the moon itself, which is the Vedic expression of this new moon. And next we have the Leo energy, and Leo is ruled by the sun. And the two cards in the tarot that are ruled by the sun are the Strength card and, of course, you guessed it, the Sun card. When we're dealing with the Strength card, this is about inner strength, courage, bravery, confidence, um, harnessing your instinct, right? Your desires, proper channeling of creative forces. That's all lion energy, the Leo energy, the energy of strength. On its more challenging, it could be about being vulnerable, having self doubt, weakness, low self esteem, low confidence, feeling inadequate. Those are all challenging aspects of the Strength card. When we move here to the Sun card in Tarot, this is a positive card. It's about positivity, freedom, fun, success, childhood, creative expressions, enthusiasms, happiness, truth. Remember, there's that connection with the truth, and this is the truth of the heart that I want you guys to focus on. Good luck. Yeah, openness. This is, for me, this is the true beloved expression. Um, the true love expression is this energy of the sun. On its more challenging, the sun energy can be about a lack of enthusiasm, sadness, unrealistic expectations, conceitedness comes in here. Um, and just negativity and depression can also come on its more challenging aspect. So if I gravitate toward one of these two cards, you know that you are being heavily influenced by the sun planet, which remember, it's obscured because it's an eclipse moment. And you are influenced by that Leo energy. So that is those are the players for today, for the August 12th, 2024. I think I'm just going to keep going, actually. Um, yeah, I think I'm just going to keep going because I've already shuffled the cards. So we're going to do the reading and go from Leo here, energy, and then just move our way around the wheel until we finish with Cancer. All right. So I've got the cards already down here. We can move this here. And these are my identifiers. And the cards that I'm using are the Muse, because the energy of the lion, or the strength card here with the sun, is very creative. So I'm using the Muse Tarot. And then because we focused on the heart, and this is going into the inner worlds of the heart, I'm using the Botanical Dreams Oracle. I did already pre-shuffle both of these. And let's see if I can put that one here. And see if I can put this one here so you can sort of see it. Maybe if I move it. All right, so let's start with Leo. What do we have here? And this is sun, moon, or rising. You can look at all three. I am focusing on the Leo moon, but you can look at the sun, moon, or rising and see what story is unfolding for you for this eclipse season. So, Leo, you've got the Three of Inspiration. And in this deck, the inspiration is the Three of Wands. So there's some sort of secret, actually, that's going to be revealed to you. And here you can see that these are like people playing domino, or a person playing domino. And something's going to be revealed where all these domino chips are going to fall in its place. But I am here gravitating toward the high priestess because I do still feel that these secrets are not revealed yet. Remember to pause. Remember to do nothing August 12th, and go inside and see what is being illuminated for you. And this says make a wish. Oh my God, I love this for you, Leos. Woohoo! So I always say, after that pause point, let the eclipse move on and then make your wish. Then set forth your desires, your dreams. Remember, guys, because this is a new moon, but you do want to wait until that eclipsed sun has moved away and the sun can really shine. And when that sun is visible to you and shining, that's when I want you, Leos, to make that wish. What a beautiful message for you. I love that. All right, so next we're moving on to Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And your card is, we have the Muse of Materials. So this is the Princess of Pentacles in this particular deck. And for you, I feel like with that Princess of Pentacles energy, try something new from the space of the heart, and seed a new beginning for yourself, Virgo, during this particular period of time. And do something, like I really was gravitating toward the sun, do something that you really love. Seed something that you really love, because you've got this energy of the Princess of Pentacles that's ready to sort of get her hands dirty with you and go into the deep earth to gift you something beautiful. Let's see what you have here. And you've got a Violet Lady. And were we not just speaking of seeding something beautiful? I feel like this violet lady is actually planting something and we can't see, and we can see the violet kind of growing, but we can't see what she's planting. So take a moment. Don't get caught up in knowing exactly every step, which I know for the Virgos are very difficult. But trust the process, trust the path that's being laid for you, and seed that thing that you most desire that's coming from the heart space. All right. Another beautiful reading. And next we have Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What do you have here? You've got the Magician. Woohoo! So it's time for you to begin again, create something new, create magic in your life. What does that mean for you? Remember, we're going from the inner space of the heart to the outer expression of that truth that you discovered inside your heart. So, what is it that you want to manifest in a magical way, Libra? Because it's being delivered to you. And again, I'm being drawn to that beautiful lover's card. Sorry, the lover's card. It's not the lover's card, but it's the sun card. But for me, it's the beloved lover's card. So, what is being forged inside of you that's coming from the heart that you want to present to the world? It's time. It's time to do it now. And you've got refinement. So, whatever it is that you've been thinking or exploring, there is this moment of refinement. There is this moment of exploration. There's this moment of tweaking, right? Remember that the magician is skilled only because he practices over and over and over, and then he becomes mastery. So there's something here that you need to refine and keep doing it because it's coming from that space of love. Beautiful. Refinement. That was for the Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And next we have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and your card is the Hanged Muse, which is the Hanged Man. So this is about you looking at something from a different perspective, and I absolutely love the radiance of the sun. So right after that eclipse moment, you're going to be shown something from a different perspective, a perspective that you were not anticipating. And it does, at the moment that you see it, will seem quite mysterious to you, right? That high priestess. But hang in there, right? Hang in there, because what's going to be illuminated, and I feel like this is pyramids, right? What's going to be illuminated are mysteries and secrets from within you. Beautiful. And you've got, oh my God, I just love these cards. Determination. This is why I kind of felt very strongly hang in there. Don't give up. You know, when we're looking at something new or seeing something from a different perspective, our stubbornness kind of kicks in. Do not allow that to occur. Be determined in hanging on so that you can see the mysteries that are being unfolded and revealed to you. Yeah, this one goes here. And this one goes here. And the next card that we have, or the next archetype rather that we have, is Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And what do we have? Knight of Inspiration. So again, this is like a wand card. And so the knight is that Prince of Wands. And the Prince of Wands is pretty cool because he's gathering all of the creative tools that he needs in order to perform something magical. But he's doing it at speed, really, really quickly. So this is the chariot energy, these horses actually too. And we are in a still in a fire horse year. So this is coming really strong for the Sagittarius, very transformative. When we're dealing with the element of fire, we are dealing with shedding, but in a spiritual, sacred perspective. So whatever's coming at you, it's coming at you pretty quickly. So I want you again to allow that August 12th to come and go. And then on the 13th, activate. Okay? And your guidance is curate your life. So, what I would do if I were a Sag, based on these cards, is to start. Remember what I said, the Knight of Inspiration, this Knight of Wands loves to plan. He has all of his tools ready to go. So, on the 12th, what I would do is start curating your life. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What does that um, taste like, smell like, that curated life? Bring all of those senses into your world. And then on the 13th, really start activating this for yourself. Lovely. And next we have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And your card is the Nine of Emotions, which is basically the Nine of Cups. And so here we have a lot of options, a lot of what I would say, not sort of emotions, but or maybe, yeah, Capricorn, maybe you are going to be going through these emotions of what is it that you want to achieve next. You know, Capricorns are one of those energies that's always doing, and not feeling enough, and not being still enough, and not being grounded enough, paced enough, calm enough, still enough to feel the enormous bodies of emotional waters within you. So, for this particular eclipse new moon, I invite you to tame the instincts to want to do, and drop into all of these emotional waters that are going to give you more realistic options in your life. And your guidance is seeds of love. And again, remember, we're dropping into the heart center. This is what I said before. That image of the word heart coming into play, that means we all get to slow down. Even this reading feels very slowed down for me, very heart centered for me. And that's kind of the energy that you want, Capricorn, moving forward. Slow down, go into your feelings and your heart center. Not exactly the space that you like, feel comfortable, but we got to go into that space in order to illuminate and be the illuminated being that we were born to be. All right, and we have Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and your guidance from Tarot is, we've got the Two of Inspiration, a lot of wand energy collectively here coming. So that to me is fire energy. So let's pay attention to that when the eclipse actually occurs on the 12th. So for you, when you've got this Two of Wands, and this is for the Aquarius, this is the beloved. This is the energy of the twin flames. And the twin flames doesn't have to be, again, something outside of you, but to connect with that twin flame within yourself, the soul part of yourself, ready to be what? Explored. And you can even see here that exploration of looking inside, right? To see what's there. I don't know what my camera is doing, but it didn't focus very well. Yeah, so let's see what your guidance is, and it's harmony. Look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. So you want to tap into that twin flame within yourself and be in harmony with the soul, with the spirit self, because this is a fire energy, and be your own beloved during this time period, especially on the eclipse date itself. Beautiful. And we have Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And your guidance here is the 10 of Inspiration. So this is the 10 of Wands energy. So this is, again, moving forward at speed. I am being drawn to this beautiful energy of the horses because you kind of feel this energy of something moving. And they're not horses, but they're I think they're like cows. I don't know if you guys can see it over here. So there's an energy of you stopping and not moving forward or refusing to celebrate the completion or refusing to move forward to the next level. Remember that when we're dealing with the tens, it's the beginning of something and the ending of something, the ending of a creative project, but you're being prompted to move forward into another, and it feels very alchemical to me. It feels very mysterious to me, but it's moving forward with the speed of faith, with the speed of faith. And your guidance is look at that heart song. Sing to your heart, be in the spirit of your heart. I engage with the heart. Go into something that has to do with your heart center and complete the heart. I feel like it's a creative project, but it just could also be like complete the engagement with another, right? And do it at speed. But again, wait until after that eclipse has come and gone. And we have next Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And your guidance is the Page of Voices. So here we're talking about the sword energy. um you're being guided to take on the mantle of responsibility. You don't want to, you kind of like want to move away, but you're being guided to have the courage, to have the strength to move forward with these new responsibilities and to start to quiet the mind a little bit so that you can actually accomplish the challenges that may be ahead, right? To overcome actually the challenges that may be ahead. And your guidance is grace. Oof. Beautiful. So do this with grace, quieting the mind with grace, taking on the mantle of responsibility with grace, acting with grace, removing the chattering of the mind with grace. So I would strongly encourage you to go into prayer on that particular new moon, on the eclipse, to go into that space of grace. Love that for you. And we have Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And we have, which way is it? This way? And we have the 10 of Emotions. So this is a celebratory card. This is, I mean, you could see the figures down there celebrating. This is, again, the completion of something, the celebration of something. It feels uh, with this star formation, like it's even otherworldly. So there's a celebration here for you that's coming right after that eclipse moment. And I do feel the connection with the beloved, the heart. And you might actually be starting in a new relationship, Taurus. So watch out for that. There's a possibility there. And for you, you have moonlight reflections. Woof! So we're talking about a new moon. This is a new sickle moon here. I love the image that is also this image of peace, but it's an image of strength as well. So have the strength to go deep into your emotional waters, see what needs to be cleared, completed, released during that time period, and be ready for the beloved. Be ready for the new love. Do the inner work and see what's going to emerge for you, Taurus. Really nice. That swan is just powerful. And, when you do it like this, it's like that heart formation. So it's just a very powerful image. All right. And next we have Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And your message is the Ace of Emotions, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is abundance in every area of your life. I'm drawn here again to this energy of the beloved. So this is abundance in your finances, in career, in love, at your home, right? Beautiful energy. Hold on to the heart frequency of love and see what emerges after this eclipse for you. And your message, your guidance is meditation. So guess what? On that eclipse, go into the inner world, the inner heart, the inner strength, inner guidance through meditation. And you will receive this ace of emotions, ace of cups, abundance in every area of your life. What a beautiful message. But do that meditation, all right? Be still. Everybody should be doing meditations anytime that there's an eclipse. Be still. And let's all, again, remember to focus on peace, peace for the world. And finally, we arrive at Cancer. And your message, Cancer, is the muse of inspiration. Beautiful energy. Here, the muse being this queen energy of fire, of the wands energy, right? So be in the space of knowing that you are a creator. And I'm drawn here to the strength card because this is another beautiful, very similar energy to the strength in terms of the regalness that the muse, right? Let me just pull it up so you can see it, that the muse of inspiration has. And there's a command here of that fire energy. I love this for Cancer because again, you are water. And so you are activating fire from within. And remember that we are made of over 70% of water, our bodies. So we're really tapping into this passion energy from within. Let's see what your guidance says. And you've got the green vibrations. Beautiful. I would say for you, go out in nature, be surrounded by nature, the green vibrations, and feel into the vibrations of nature to activate this heart center for yourself and tame the wildness or tame the energies that may not be serving you and really drop into the heart so that you can be this higher expression during this time period. Beautiful. Everyone stay safe, do the meditations, do the prayers, be still on the eclipse. And then right after, man, the next day, have a blast. And this all felt very grounded to me. But there was a lot of fire energy collectively. So again, let's pray that nothing happens on the collective scale that can be a disturbance. I already know earthquakes are happening all over and, that energy, but with prayer, we can make a difference and quell that energy that's kind of raging forward from Gaia, from Mother Earth. All right. Stay safe. I love you. And I'll catch you on the full moon, which is also an eclipse. Talk to you later. Bye.